With that, the next item we have is a presentation by my good friend, Senator Joe Bowen. Senator, you have the floor.
Mayor, Commissioners, it's good to be with you, and bravo to the Pulaski University. You know, I've heard the My Old Kentucky Home sung, obviously, in a lot of different venues, a lot of different circumstances, but that was, Pam, that was about as good as I've heard, so congratulations to them, and thank you for bringing them forward. You didn't have to do that. I mean, I'll come back. You don't have to bring the choir out, Mayor.
We knew you were coming, Senator.
I do appreciate that very much. It's good to be with you folks. Probably don't get down here often enough. But we're going to shift gears a little bit. It's hard to shift gears from that and talk about what I'm going to talk about here for just a couple of minutes. When I was a young man, teenager, young boy, I swam across the Ohio River. Now, I didn't do that with the blessings of my mother and dad, I'm sure, but I did it nonetheless. And Steve, please don't put that in the paper, okay? But had I known at that time, Mayor, Commissioners, about these monster catfish out there, I probably would have reconsidered. And it wasn't a real harebrained idea. I did have a boat beside me. But had I known of Aaron and all those giant monster catfish out there, I probably would have reconsidered. You know, in this community, which we are all so very proud of, we all bring different talents to the table, and it takes all of us to make this community the vibrant, aggressive community that we are. And I applaud you for what you do. And I applaud all the citizens that give so much time and talent to what they have to give to our community. And I wanted to recognize tonight, but before I do, I want to say hello to a couple of my good friends that have traveled a long distance from Lexington, Steve Robertson and Jonathan Miller. That was a pleasant surprise for me to see these folks here tonight. So welcome to Owensboro. But Aaron and I became acquainted a few years ago by chance. There was an administrative regs in front of a committee that I was chairing, and this was going to be an egregious reg to what Aaron does, put on this catfish tournament. And I wasn't real familiar at that time. He was fledging, just getting this thing started, but I knew this reg wasn't right. It just didn't smell right to me, and I stood up and spoke against that regulation, and at the end of the day, we got what we needed. And from that point forward, Aaron and I have forged a friendship, and so I'm so happy to be here tonight to present him with what I think is a much-deserved citation from the Kentucky State Senate. And this citation reads, and Aaron, if you would, come on up. This citation reads, "The Senate of the Commonwealth of Kentucky, to all to whom these presents shall come, greetings. Know ye that Aaron Wheatley is recognized and honored for his years of dedication and hard work as the respected director of the popular Monsters on the Ohio Catfishing Tournament, held annually in Owensboro, Kentucky. An esteemed resident of Owensboro, Mr. Wheatley helped organize the first tournament 6 years ago, and since that time has worked tirelessly to oversee and facilitate the competition's continued growth and success. In its first year, 24 boats competed. In 2015, the tournament drew 182 boats from 23 states and became the largest catfishing tournament in the United States by handily crushing the previous record of 154 boats. Inasmuch as Aaron Wheatley, with the phenomenal hard work and assistance of a stellar team of volunteers, has demonstrated tremendous vision and commitment to this most worthwhile endeavor, and as a result has had an unparalleled positive impact on the economic vitality and the overall strength of the tourism industry in Owensboro and the surrounding region. He has offered sincere commendation and gratitude for his years of exemplary service at the helm of this historic event, and has extended best wishes for the continued prosperity, growth, and success of his beloved competition. And on the motion of Senator Joe Bowen, is hereby deemed by this honorable body most worthy of this recognition. Aaron? Thank you all.
Senator, thank you so much. Tim, I don't know if you've got any comments. I know early on that when we were looking at this, we weren't sure eventually how this was going to turn out. But this is a testament to Aaron's work, and I know you were involved in this, and what a magnificent event we have here.
It is. Thank you, Mayor, Commission. Certainly it is. When I first got on board here almost 5 years ago, we started talking to the community about some different things that potentially the city could help out with and that we could kind of make a stamp on. We looked at lots of different types of events, like the Color Blast that helps so many special needs groups. And one of the ones that we talked with, I met Aaron for the first time, and you could tell he had a passion about catfishing tournament. And I don't have a passion for catfishing, but I knew Aaron did. And I looked up some of the history of what it's got around here. And so we partnered with it, and a huge help, Public Works and Wayne's crew that he has does a huge amount of work to help out Aaron. And we basically just joined forces with what we can do well with the city and his passion to go get these teams to participate. And thanks to the good partnership we've got, he's been able to build this thing into a tremendous success. And not only what Senator Bowen had talked about, but specifically because of what Aaron's done, we've had probably 5 or 6 other tournaments that have come to Owensboro aside from this because of the success that his tournament is. They want to be able to duplicate that. And so we've had CARC has done a couple of tournaments, and other ones have brought tournaments to here. So it's not just his, but others want to come and duplicate it. So kudos to Aaron, and a big thank you to Wayne and his staff, because they're the ones that get out there and support that every year. So it's a great event.
You know, Senator, so many things we do here are successful because of partnerships that we forge. And I look at the three of you, and that's exactly, that immediately came to my mind. Senator, all the work you do for us in Frankfort, I've never called upon you that you haven't been right there for us. I can't say enough about that effort that you make. Aaron, you, the private sector, working with our city folks, have made this such a tremendous event, and that applies to not only this tournament, but so many things we do here in this community. They only work because we all pull together, all of us, and Senator, you touched on that. And that is just absolutely so true. That's why we are so successful. It's because of those partnerships. But, Aaron, I'm going to give you an opportunity. If you got anything you want to say, if you're scared of that mic, you don't have to say a thing.
I'm not scared of this mic. It is a little different for me, though. You know, first of all, I want to thank you for your vision downtown. Look where we've came. Look where we're going. I kind of just thought, the mayor's doing this, I better join teams with him. We could really do something real big. And, you know, not just the city, the county gets involved. Luckily, I work at Our Lady of Lourdes Catholic Church, and I have some great volunteers from the church that come help me. My theory is you surround yourself with good people, you're in good shape. And I've done that. And Tim, Wayne, the city of Owensboro has been great. Senator Joe Bowen helped us get those regulations started. Of course, we'd like to see more done. And hopefully, later on down the road, we can get the catfish made to a sports fish. It should be a sports fish. It's no different than a bass, crappie, trout. It's no different. Matter of fact, catfishing is the biggest growing fishing out there right now across the country. Catfishing is booming. And I think we should take advantage of that, not only as a city, but as a state. We have the Ohio River, one of the top 5 cat fisheries in the world. It has been destroyed by commercial fishing, big time. But some regulations have been passed. Things 5-10 years down the road will be better. But 5-10 years down the road, hopefully we'll have stiffer regulations. And then 10-20 years from now, when my grandkids are old enough to hit that river, they'll be pulling those 50 and 60 pounders out there like it's nothing, you know. I played sports my whole life. I was a basketball player. I was a softball player. I was a football player. I've hit that home run I've scored that touchdown. I've hit that game-winning basket. That is a adrenaline rush that lasts 10 or 15 seconds. You get a 60 or 70-pound catfish on the end of your line, that adrenaline rush is going to last for about 15 or 20 minutes, and you're going to have to sit down and catch your breath. That is something everyone in this world should enjoy. I know a lot of people don't think that way, but it is. If you are an adrenaline junkie, find someone that can put you on big catfish, because you're going to love it. So like I said, it's been an honor working with you guys. We hope to continue to do what we do, to bring in other tournaments into Owensboro. As long as what you're doing downtown continues to grow, the sport of catfishing is going to grow in the city of Owensboro, Kentucky.
Aaron,
That's for sure.
I'm confident it'll be successful because of people like you. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all so much.